Welcome in. Just gonna give it a few minutes. We'll start the full moon in Capricorn astrology update, tarot reading, and meditation. Thank you guys for liking, sharing, commenting. Let me know you can hear me. Oh, why is this crooked? Ah. What's up, meats? Alright. Just gonna give it a couple moments before I begin. I haven't been on very much, so I don't know if TikTok's really gonna push this very much, but I am gonna be recording on another screen as well, so if you see me looking hither or thither, welcome in, guys. I am on a couple different platforms, so you know. Happy full moon Capricorn. Welcome in. All right, I'm just gonna get started. I always like to set the intention that whoever's meant to be here will find their way here. Oh, let me share this out real quick. All right, I'm back. Oh, please tell me I got some lip gloss in here. I do. I don't know why. Every time I go live, my lips be screaming. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, Lisa. Again, I haven't been live on here too much lately, so I don't know how much they're gonna push this, but I appreciate the likes, shares, all the things. I'm gonna get started in just a minute. See if they push it a little bit. Happy full moon Capricorn, everyone. Carissa, welcome in. All right, I think let's light a candle and then we'll get started. How about that? This is a really powerful time to get shit done, y'all. To get motivated, and so that's really what this today's meditation is going to be about. We're going to do a little astrology update and then a reading, and we'll do like a 10-15 minute meditation. So we're just going to begin. I always like to set the intention. Everyone that's meant to be here will find their way here. I am on a couple platforms, just so you know. Welcome in, Tiny. So really happy everybody's here. Wherever you are in the world, I invite you to just settle in. Make this next hour sacred. If you have a candle around, you might want to light one. Grab your journal. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to go over. Let me know you guys can hear me okay. Everybody go ahead and take a deep breath. And just allow yourself to gently arrive in this moment. So the full moon is always a time of illumination. It shines a light on what's been hidden beneath the surface, our emotions, our subconscious beliefs, and the stories that we've been carrying quietly. This month's full moon rises in Capricorn. And while Capricorn is often associated with ambition and work and achievement, its deepest medicine is something a lot simpler. It's integrity. It's asking, can the life you're holding actually contain and hold the person that you're becoming or wanting to become? So this full moon forms at 8 degrees of Capricorn, which directly opposes the sun in Cancer. Cancer reminds us to nurture ourselves, right? Emotionally. Capricorn reminds us to create structures that support those emotions. And so the invitation is balance, right? It's not choosing work over rest, not choosing emotions over responsibility, but learning to honor both. And one of the strongest influences that is surrounding this full moon is Saturn. Saturn is currently traveling through Aries, and it forms a challenging square with both the sun and the moon. Squares create friction, right? Not because we're doing something wrong, but because something inside of us is asking us to evolve. And this can feel like pressure, delays, responsibility, old fears resurfacing, or feeling like life is asking more from us than we're ready to give. But Saturn isn't punishing us. Saturn is refining us. Right? He's asking us to slow down long enough to ask, what deserves my commitment? What foundation am I building? What habits am I repeating simply because they're familiar? Sometimes the greatest act of growth isn't doing more. It's removing what no longer belongs. Saturn is also traveling alongside Neptune. And this is such an interesting combination because Neptune represents dreams and intuition and imagination and sometimes illusion. And together, these two planets are asking us to bring your vision into reality. Not through magical woo-woo thinking, but through consistent action. This is where dreams become embodied, where inspiration becomes devotion. Mercury is also slowing as it prepares to move retrograde. And this is another reminder that clarity often arrives through reflection. If things feel slower this week, if conversations require more patience, if your intuition is asking you to pause before making a major decision, honor that. The universe isn't always asking us to move slower, right? Sometimes it's inviting us to move deeper. Sometimes it's asking us just to slow down. One thing that I think Capricorn is often misunderstood for is emotional suppression. Healthy Capricorn energy, it doesn't avoid emotion, right? It creates a container strong enough to hold emotion without becoming overwhelmed. So many of us learned that emotions made us unsafe, too emotional, right? Too sensitive, too much. So what we learned is to disconnect from ourselves. But emotional maturity isn't the absence of feeling, right? It's the ability to stay present while feeling. So this full moon may bring old beliefs to the surface around worthiness, around productivity, around believing we have to earn love, earn rest, or earn our value. Those beliefs don't begin in adulthood, right? Most of us have learned them very early on in life. And so today we're going to simply notice them without trying to fix them, because awareness is honestly where healing begins. Everybody take a deep breath. I'd like to begin something new in these full moon ceremonies. So each month we'll do a few minutes in exploring one embodiment lesson inspired by the current astrology. So this month's lesson is discipline is an act of self-trust. For many of us, discipline's been taught through fear, right? Punishment, shame, perfectionism. But that's not the kind of discipline that Capricorn is bringing to the table. True discipline isn't forcing yourself. It's becoming someone your nervous system can rely on. Every time you keep one small promise to yourself, your body begins collecting evidence that you're safe. Safe to trust, safe to trust yourself, safe to believe your own words, safe to move toward the life that you're creating. Transformation rarely happens through one massive leap. It happens through hundreds of tiny moments where you choose alignment over old survival patterns. So ask yourself today, what promise can I lovingly keep to myself this week? Not 10 promises, just one. Because consistency builds trust, right? And trust creates safety. So what is the one promise that you can keep to yourself this week? All right, now that we've explored the collective energy, let's see how these themes are showing up individually through today's reading. I think I'm gonna start with the Oracle. I don't even know what this deck is called. I really need to stop buying decks at this point. I may have a small happen. Okay, this is the Life Happens Oracle. Thank you guys for putting all those beautiful hearts on the screen. Thank you for being here, sharing the video, all the things. If you'd like to receive a message, simply use your intention to connect with this collective, whether you're watching now, live, or later, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and take a deep breath. What does this collective need to know for this Capricorn full moon, please? What does this collective need to know? What's the overall energy? Thank you. So the first thing that I'm getting is it may be a good time to work on the heart. If you work with energy. Oh shit. My mic fell off. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Alright, coming back. Squirrel. Oh my gosh, what is this? Holy shit. Okay, so the defense mechanisms energy has been coming up quite a bit this week in the monthly readings over on YouTube. If you're not already there, make sure you check it out if you enjoy this reading. But today it's showing up in reverse, which I like to see. If the defense mechanisms is going to come up, I like it in reverse. It's coming up, though, with rock bottom and truth. Rock bottom can seem like a scary place to be. However, if you're at rock bottom, the only way to move is up, right? Coming out with truth. Yeah, this makes sense that this would happen in this energy. Full moon is, you know, when shit gets stirred, right? The pot gets stirred a little bit. There's light, there's illumination, there's truth, and we also have the wave of emotions with the defense mechanisms in reverse. We're going to get some tarot and clarify, but to me this feels like healing, right? This feels like working through your emotions, even in times of struggle. This feels like some of you guys may have found some shit out that could potentially be frustrating or hurtful or painful. Let's see what else comes out here. Tell me about this rock bottom energy. Yeah, it feels like there's been a truth exposed that may have hit you in the heart. It may have really hurt for some of you. I feel like some of you guys are still trying to figure out what to do with this. We got the Queen of Swords in reverse with the World in reverse. The Death card and the Hermit. Holy shit. So out of 4 cards, I just got 3 major arcana. So this could be a turning point. This could be a really big truth that makes you kind of maybe break down some of these defenses, or makes you see through some defense mechanisms. Like maybe, like maybe somebody finds out that they're sick in some way, and it forces them, this is just an example, it forces them to quit smoking, or it's that type of energy. Like it's some big news that comes through that leads to a turning point, is what this feels like. Something wants to close out, something wants to end. I'm sorry, I'm not typing. I see you, but I'm in the middle of a reading. I'm sorry, hon. This feels like, yeah, it feels like some truth that you weren't trying to really hear. But it also feels like it's going to help you change. It's going to help you shift. The Hermit being out here says sit down, quiet your mind, find stillness. That's where you're going to find healing. That's where you're going to find truth, revelation, understanding. Because there's something here that wants to end, something that wants you to move forward. Again, look, there's that heart that I was picking up on, right? This feels like a turning point. Look, Wheel of Fortune. It feels like, yeah, like something is revealed that maybe, like, if this wasn't revealed, you wouldn't take the action that you're about to take. It feels like a push, but it's a push that you need, because Wheel of Fortune wouldn't be out here if things weren't going to come full circle and and turn in your favor if you so choose to take the route that you're being guided to take. But look, there's Seven of Wands. There's those defense mechanisms. My guides are pulling in coping mechanisms as well, could be exposed. And this is all in the name of finding balance. All right, so whatever comes up that stirs the pot for you, right? Whatever revelation or understanding, news, even if it's frustrating, even if it's hard to take in, because it definitely could be. This feels like a big energy. Your best bet is gonna be to pay attention to the path that is opening. Pay attention to what you need to do, right? Pay attention to, I hope this is making sense, but pay attention to what your intuition is asking of you. And for some of you, it is around like letting go of something. Something that you may have been like holding on to, like reasoning with yourself, like talking yourself out of something that you know you should be doing, maybe. Don't be careful about just focusing on the loss or the worst case scenario. Don't allow yourself to get in that downward spiral, okay? The downward spiral is not going to help, right? You've already hit a low here, so why go deeper, right? Okay, Julie, please stop. Yeah, there's something being exposed here, and it could really hit you in the heart, or in some way this is affecting your heart. I do feel like for some of you, this is like something that's affecting you physically as well. We're gonna get some Law of Attraction cards and then a couple animal spirits, and then we'll start the meditation. Just a minute. Oh, where'd you go? All right. We got inner restlessness may be disrupting your peace. Slow down and find your center. That Hermit energy is really calling you, all right? Listen, because there's something in that stillness, in that silence that is all healing, all right? We got, seeking happiness outside yourself may be leaving you empty. Turn inward for true fulfillment. I don't know how many times we're gonna, give that advice to turn inward, but Spirit is making this very, very clear, right? Even if, because I feel like somebody's saying, I don't know how to meditate, or I'm not good at meditation, or I've tried it before and it didn't work. Listen, it's the practice of finding that stillness, the practice of it that counts, right? So even if, and there's so many different forms of meditation, right? Like, even if it's literally just going for a walk to clear your mind is a form of meditation. As long as you're not on that walk, like, you set the intention that you're going to clear your mind and you just go and you just be, right? But I feel like for some of you, you're going to really find a lot of healing and a lot of benefits in actually taking on a meditation practice. You guys, the healing I have experienced firsthand from meditation is just so profound that I literally can't even put it into words. And this is why I talk about meditation all the time. Twice I've had it happen where this light has come on, like in my third eye has like completely lit up. And I believe this may be what they speak about nirvana. But immediately my entire body just felt like it was healing. I felt the most profound peace I have ever experienced in my life, and I just knew somehow that my entire body was healing, right? So Reiki is a Japanese form of energy healing, and it works. It really does. All right, and the last card we have out here, not the last card because I'm gonna get some animal spirits, but the last law of attraction oracle, we got passion. And look, there's the heart again. If you've been watching since the beginning, the first thing I picked up on for this reading was the heart. And look. Yeah, so I would really focus, especially if you're considering like energy healing or you know, even just like going into meditation and connecting with the heart space. It feels like there's something within the heart space that wants to release, that wants to clear. And this could open the path for some of you to this passion energy. If you are one that's like, I don't know my purpose, I want to discover my purpose, this is your key here, okay? It says emotional intensity fuels creativity and purpose. Follow what sets your soul on fire. Do something today that ignites your spirit and awakens your creativity. All right. Let's get a couple animal spirits and then we will move into the meditation. Thank you guys for putting all those beautiful hearts on the screen. I apologize for not getting to every comment. It's just when I'm reading, I'm kind of like here, but I'm also, it's hard to explain, but if I pull too much of my energy over here, then it kind of kicks me out a little bit over here, if that makes sense. So I'm definitely not trying to ignore anybody. I just, I'm also recording this, so I don't want to get too far off track. So once I'm done recording, I think I'll probably stay on live and do some private readings, personal readings. But let's finish this first. All right, we got the Panther. Yeah, this is an energy of clearing, literally annihilating the unnecessary. So what is it that you've been holding on to that you need to let go of, right? And it could be a habit, it could be a way of thinking, a way of moving, a way of acting. It could be, I mean, it could be anything, but I feel like you're going to know what it is. Like this is something that has been calling you for some time, perhaps. But you've been slow to act on it. Doesn't mean you can't clear it though. All right. I think all it really needs is a new perspective. It needs to just be looked at differently. There is hope here, starfish. There is faith. There is help. This energy is also, it could be concluding like your friendships, your relationships. You may want to just make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who have what you want, basically. That came out wrong. But like, you know, they say if you want to become a millionaire, surround yourself with 5 millionaires. Also, the best way to, you know, become addicted to drugs is to hang out with 5 drug dealers, right? So it's like, not saying that you should do that. I'm saying make sure you're surrounding yourself with positive people who are in the energy that you want more of, because we do pick up on our surroundings, and the people that we hang out with has a really big impact on who we become, right? So make sure you're surrounding yourself with positive people. And this is a very productive energy, right? Capricorn helps you to get things done. So use this productive energy in a way that will benefit you, right? Make sure that you're taking time to put into your creative ventures. And look, we've got the Phoenix, my favorite card in here, and the Snake. Ooh, and the Spider. This is big creative energy. All right, this is energy that is literally like straight from the divine, which is you at the center of that, right? The phoenix burns away the old and begins anew, refreshed, right? So this energy, whatever this news is that comes up, or whatever this big energy is around this full moon for you, it's going to be different for everyone. It's asking you to do away with the old and to begin this new chapter fresh, really embodying. And that's what this meditation is going to be about as well, about embodying who you want to become. All right, so let's get rid of this and let's begin. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right. Everybody go ahead and find a comfortable position. Just allow your hands to rest gently. You can close your eyes if that feels safe. Take a slow inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And again, breathing in. Letting go. Feel the support beneath your body. Just allow gravity to hold you. There's nowhere else you need to be. Nothing to prove. Nothing to earn. Just this breath. And imagine now that you're standing at the base of a beautiful mountain. The path stretches upward before you, strong, steady, ancient. This mountain represents the life that you're building. And you can notice that no one is rushing you. No one is timing you. There is no competition here. Only your own journey. So begin walking, just taking one steady step at a time. And with every step, feel yourself becoming more grounded, more present, more connected to yourself. And as you continue climbing, notice the heavy backpack resting on your shoulders. And without opening it just yet, simply notice its weight. This backpack holds everything you've been carrying that was never truly yours. Expectations, old identities, fear of failure, fear of disappointing others, the belief that your worth must be earned. Pause. Slowly remove the backpack. set it in the ground. Take a deep breath. Now gently open it. One by one, see each burden becoming visible. Perhaps they're stones, perhaps they're pieces of paper. Perhaps they simply appear as energy. Pick each one up. Thank it. It carried a lesson. But it doesn't have to carry you into your future. Place it gently into a warm violet flame appearing before you. And watch as the flame transforms, not destroys, but transforms each burden into pure light. Nothing is wasted. Everything becomes wisdom. Notice that your backpack is becoming lighter and lighter. And eventually, it's completely empty. Place it back on your shoulders and feel the difference. Feel how much lighter you are. Take a long breath. And continue walking, noticing how much easier the climb feels now. Not because the mountains changed, but because what you were carrying changed. And as you reach the summit, a beautiful stone sanctuary appears. And in the center is your future self, calm, grounded, confident. Not because life became easy, but because they learned to trust themselves. Walk towards them. Notice their posture, their breath, their peaceful presence. Ask them, what promise should I keep to myself over the next month? And don't force an answer. Simply receive whatever comes up. What is that promise? Could be a word, a feeling, an image, or perhaps only silence. Trust that your subconscious has heard the question. Now your future self places one hand over your heart. You might even feel the warmth spreading through your chest. It's a quiet kind of knowing. Deep remembering. You can repeat in your own mind, I no longer build my life from fear. My worth has never been something I had to earn. I honor my emotions. I honor my commitments. I honor myself. Take 3 slow breaths. And feel yourself returning to the body, noticing the chair beneath you, the sounds around you. You gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. Feeling good, feeling great. Thank you guys so much for sharing this full moon with me. I hope this ceremony gave you the insight, not only into the astrology, but into a deeper connection with yourself. Remember, the planets may illuminate the path, but it's your choices, your presence, and the relationship that you build with yourself that really shapes the journey. As always, be gentle with yourself in the coming days. Full moon energy often continues unfolding longer than, the exact moment after the transit has passed. If today's ceremony resonated with you, I'd love to hear what came up. If you'd like to share in the comments. That way we can learn and grow together. So until the next full moon, take good care of yourself. And your promises, make sure you're keeping your promises, and that, especially the promises that matter the most, remember, healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about becoming someone you can fully trust. Love you guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm going to end this real quick, and then I'm gonna open it back up. That way I can download the video, because I think the video I just recorded did not work. I think I forgot to hit record, so I'm gonna have to hopefully download this video. So I'm gonna end it, and then I'll come right back on and we'll do some personals, okay?